Hello, my name is Robert Kidd, Kidd. I am your professor for advanced legal research and writing for paralegals. The course number is PLS 232 B01. This is for the fall semester. Before I begin talking to you about the syllabus, which you can find on Blackboard in the syllabus section, I am going to tell you just a few words about myself. I'm going to try to make this a brief video. My name, as I said, my name is Robert Kidd. I am a full-time employee of the Bristol County District Attorney's Office. I am a prosecutor there. Currently, I am in the appeals unit. That means my job is to handle post-trial, post-conviction motions. Most of these involve appeals from convictions. And in the appeal, the defendant's attorney writes a legal brief, outlining the reasons why the defendant thinks that he is entitled to a new trial or a reversal of his conviction or a reduction in his sentence. And my job in the appeals unit is to write a brief countering the defendant's brief, stating why his conviction is fair, why he should remain in prison, and so on and so forth. To make a long story short, for you folks, my job involves legal research and legal writing pretty much 8 hours a day, 7 days, 5 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week. I've been doing that in the appeals unit for 5 years. I'm very versed in legal research, and I'm very familiar with the techniques in Lexis Advance and so forth. I was with the DA's office I've been there for about 14 years as a prosecutor. Prior to that being with the DA's office, I was an attorney in private practice in Taunton. While there, I focused on criminal defense. So I did the other side. I represented a lot of persons accused of crimes. And I also did some general practice. So that's a little bit about me. One more thing, I've been teaching at BCC for about 4 years. I think this is my 4th year. I also teach criminal law and criminal procedure for paralegals. Okay, I'd like to get through the syllabus here. You can have it in front of you. By the time this video is up, it should be complete. So the first section talks about course information. You know this is PLS 232. It's an advanced course. You should not be here if you have not taken the introductory course with Elizabeth Nowakowski. My email is, the best way to reach me is by email. You can make appointments with me to send an email, to make a Zoom appointment with me if you wish. We can meet via video on Zoom. And in emergency situations, I can give you my cell phone, although I don't like to do that. The course description section, you can look in the catalog. It's pretty self-explanatory. And the student learning outcomes are on the catalog. I will tell you what the objectives of the course are. It's written down here. I'm seeking to teach you how to locate relevant legal precedent and statutes, how to analyze, interpret, and understand those materials. And then you are going to receive hypothetical client fact patterns, which will require you to spot legal issues, identify the relevant precedent, and apply the precedent to the facts in order to reach a legal conclusion. This we know as the IRAC method. State the issue, state the rule that applies to the issue, make an argument, and then make a conclusion. You will be writing legal memoranda for both internal use for your boss in an office and for the court and for the judge to read. And I will explain to you what the differences are in those and the style formats and so forth. You will be exposed to drafting motions and legal correspondence. We will explore Lexis Advance in detail. As I said, I use it every day, all day long, and I'm very, very familiar with some of the intricacies of it that may be helpful to you folks that you maybe didn't get in the introductory course. I know a lot of shortcuts and tips that can help your research go much faster. There are no required readings for this course. I'm on the next section here. You must have a Lexis account and you must be able to access it. It does you no good to have the account if you cannot use Lexis and don't know how to get into it. So you must have a password and a user ID. And if you can't get in, you need to speak to Elizabeth Nowakowski. She'll be glad to help you. It's very simple. Once you're in, it's like any other website. Just remember your passwords and you'll get in, and we're off to the races. So there are no textbooks to the course. I will be posting materials on a weekly basis. Probably every Sunday would be the date that all the stuff will go up there. I understand that's the way that teachers do it. I've never taught online before, so this is all new to me. I will be putting up some materials right from my law office, from the DA's office, with appropriate redactions to protect persons' identities. But there will be real cases that I'm going to be putting up there for you to read and analyze and talk about and perhaps write about. I'll have some videos like this, some YouTube videos from other persons, some Screencastify or Screencast-O-Matic videos for tutorials. Various things will be up there. Method of instruction. The method of instruction will be accomplished through what I just told you. All of those things that I just told you. There will be video lectures like this and other materials that will go up there for you to read and so forth. All right, the next is grading criteria. I just have 4 things across the board. I have class participation, assignments, midterm, and final. Those are all 20%. The midterm and final will be likely be some sort of writing exercise, probably a hypothetical fact pattern that you have to analyze, spot legal issues, and write some sort of position paper or make some sort of legal argument based on those facts. Late assignments, I do not accept late assignments unless under extraordinary circumstances. Enough said about that. Next is grading. Grading speaks for itself. Start at A+ and we go down to F. Attendance policy, obviously it's an online course here, but you are expected to participate in the message boards on a weekly basis. That's part of your class participation. And just because it's an online course doesn't mean you don't need to put in the hours. The idea is to give you the same amount of work you would have if you were taking a 3-hour per week or 3.5-hour per week 3-credit course. The next 2 things are the withdrawal policy and the interaction and communication plan. I'll skip to the interaction and communication plan. All I have to say about that is if you have any questions about the course, please email me. I respond to my emails within 24 hours. And if you'd like to make an appointment, I'm very flexible about my hours for Zoom. I, like most people, am mostly working out of my house. Sometimes I go to the office if I feel like it, but I'm very flexible and very available. Time considerations just means that you have to make time for this. It's as if you had a 3-hour per week course. And as I said, you have to do the reading and the homework outside of the classroom. The academic dishonesty policy is taken right from the school policy. I'm not going to say anything about that. It's self-explanatory. Course contribution confidentiality policy, same. Title IX policy, same. Disability accommodations, same. All of these are taken from the school policy. There are additional resources. That's the end of the next page. So you need technical assistance. You can call the desk. The desk at e-learning desk. Okay. There's e-tutoring that's also available. There's library services. There's a lot of people out there to help you get through this. We have an affirmative action policy, which is in my syllabus. That is from the school policy. Okay. Now I've got there's 15 weeks here. Like I said, I'll be loading up materials every week. I'm starting to fill this in, but I have not filled it in. So by the time this syllabus goes up, you'll have some weeks filled in as to what's going to be done, and I'm going to be creating the material as we go. I'm going to be seeing how you're doing in your exercises for that. So with that, I will stop this recording, and I want to welcome you to this class. I've heard very good things about you as a group. You're a very high performing group, and I look forward to working with you. It should be an interesting class. I'll try to make it as interesting and dynamic as I can, as this subject can be. So thank you.